Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here on this Friday afternoon, where we are 202 days, 42 minutes, and 4 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season. And I hope I got it right, because you guys understand, I don't have cue cards. I don't have people that do editing or sound person or a video person. I don't have somebody there saying you screwed up, and then literally it is me doing one take and literally uploading it. So a lot of times I'll mess up and don't even know how bad I messed up, because, well, I'm just an idiot and don't have enough time in life. So I've been hearing from a bunch of you that my videos have been clipping. And what it is it's a delicate balance between loud enough that you really hear clearly and too loud that if I peek out, you'll get a okay? And because I haven't synced up the microphones for the Mevo camera and this, where I normally do all my regular videos and stuff, versus my live stream, which is a different setting, I'm going from one to the other, and I keep forgetting to double check it. So hopefully I got it together and it doesn't peak out on this one and the sound is better. So I'm going to start paying more and more attention to the details as opposed to just trying to hurry up and get everything out. It's better to get it out right than to just get it out there. But anyway, speaking of getting it out there, by now I'm sure you guys have finally heard that the NFL and Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed have both come to an agreement, or settlement, I should say. Nobody knows outside of the NFL and the lawyers for Kaepernick and Reed and Eric Kaepernick know what that settlement actually means, but it's done. Now, you'll remember that Eric Reed was literally being PED tested on a weekly basis by the NFL, probably more tested more than Randy Gregory. And it has been kind of an ugly situation. Colin Kaepernick, we know about the anthem protests and how that went all the way to the White House and beyond, and the division and the impact that it had on the NFL. So getting this settled and behind them is probably best for both parties. Now, the interesting thing is going to be is the NFL set up with Malcolm Jenkins, as well as like Demario Davis and some other players. They basically went together and tried to figure out what we can do in the community together to make things better without protesting. And the NFL pledged to invest $100 million to communities over 10 years to help in the communities, which is a great, great thing. And I hope that they follow through and actually end up doing that. Now, in the end, what's going to be interesting to see is if a team signs Colin Kaepernick. Now, we know, say, I don't know, a few teams that don't have quarterbacks. Washington Redskins that need quarterback help. Washington Redskins that don't have a whole lot of money to spend on quarterbacks. And it's going to be interesting to see if the NFL, because for this truly to be a win and truly be able to move on, if the NFL can get Colin Kaepernick in playing football, and especially if Colin Kaepernick goes in and just bombs, then of course they can just say, well, see, it wasn't about him being able, about the protest, it was the fact that he couldn't play football. But for this to really be done over and get over the hard feelings, if Colin Kaepernick gets a job in the NFL and gets an opportunity to play, then you can say everything is water under the bridge and kumbaya moment. And you wonder if this could be kind of like what happened with Michael Sam. And you guys remember Michael Sam. Michael Sam was the first openly gay player in the NFL. A few years back, quarterback. I think he was a quarterback. Was it a quarterback? I think I'm getting old and forgetful. But Michael Sam, before the draft, let people know, yeah, I'm gay, and so on. And of course, there was the main up in the world and everything else that, oh my God, you can't have that happen. What's going to happen in the life? This, that, we're butt naked and there's a gay guy. Something I learned about from gay people just because they're gay don't mean they want any of you. So sometimes they kind of say, don't flatter yourself. But be that as it may, the Rams, I believe, were encouraged to draft him, and the Cowboys ended up picking him up, basically letting him have a cup of coffee. So that way they could at least save face. He wasn't a quarterback. What was he? He was an offensive lineman, wasn't he? Let me look it up. Michael Sam, hold on. I get old and forgetful. Defensive end, that's what it was. He was a defensive end, yeah. So, God, I really am forgetful. But yeah, he was a defensive end. The Rams originally drafted him. He ended up getting cut. The Cowboys signed him for a minute. He went on to the Canadian League for a few and was out of the football world. But to me, that was mostly a PR move by the NFL and kind of said, hey, guys, take one for the team. And I wonder if they're going to do kind of the same thing with teams and say, hey, take one for the team. But in reality, when you look around the NFL, I mean, Colin Kaepernick's been out of the NFL for quite a while. You look around at some of the guys that still have jobs, like, Brandon Weeden and things. I don't know that he's any worse than anybody else that's out there. And it would be worth the chance because, he may come back hungry and really ready to rock and roll and resurrect his career. You don't know that. He may have this whole vengeance streak in mind where I'm going to prove everybody wrong and be the best player I can be just so I can say the NFL was wrong, even though I got a big fat check put in my pocket. You understand what I'm saying? And I dare say it might be worth a shot for a team like the Redskins that right now have a boatload of money tied up at quarterback to give them a chance. And there's other teams out there that don't really have a quarterback. Just saying. But we'll talk about this tonight as well as this is a side of football that you actually hate. But you got to remember, when it comes to football, it's nothing personal. You're just trying to run a business here. And looking at places that the Dallas Cowboys can cut to save some money to build a team. And that's the part that's the hard thing with football is you get guys that are like family and you drop them. It hurts, but it's the cold business of football. I'm Mark Holmes with Cowboy Joe Boo, and I hope to see you guys here tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern.